guys, how are you? And welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Jordana, and if not, then thank you for coming back and taking the time to watch my videos. I truly appreciate it. On today's video, I'm gonna do one that Kelly Gooch inspired me to do. Is what would be my makeup collection if I didn't have a YouTube channel. So I know that if I didn't have one, I would be a makeup lover because my mom was a makeup artist when she was young. She always had makeup books all over the place. So I've been doing my makeup since I was 14, and I've been a makeup lover since I was 14. I would play with her stuff. Then when I moved to New York, I didn't even know that there was a YouTube world, and I started collecting makeup because as soon as I moved to New York, the first day or the next day, I went to Sephora for the first time, and I truly fell in love with makeup even more. So the truth is that even if I didn't have a YouTube channel, my collection wouldn't be small, but I'm gonna do sort of a realistic for me type of makeup collection. So what I came up with was this, and it's still a big amount of makeup for the regular person, but it wouldn't be for me because since I was little, I was playing with makeup and I like to have options. So if you want to see my makeup collection, if I wasn't a YouTuber, then just keep on watching. Okay, so we will start with primer, and the primers that I would have in my collection would be these two. So the Professional and the Step 1, the Mattifying Primer by Makeup Forever. These two would be perfect for me. This is a pore filling primer, and this is a mattifying primer that I would use only on my nose because whether YouTube existed or not, my nose is super oily. For foundation, I know that I would have two because I would want to have one that's cheaper for every day and one that's more expensive for event. Two of my holy grails. So it's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation that would be for every day, and sometimes I would mix it with something like the Marc Jacobs Do You drops just to make it sheer or more light and more dewy. And for nighttime or events, I would have my Estee Lauder Double Wear, which has been a favorite for about 6 years or 7 years now. So this is definitely the one that I would have for my events or just weekends. Now that I mentioned the Marc Jacobs You Do drops, these I would use either to sheer my foundation to make it luminous or just to apply as a liquid highlighter for those days where I don't want to apply a ton of makeup. But being honest, I do wear makeup every day, so I know that I would use this either to sheer to make luminous or just to apply as a highlighter. For concealer, I don't even have to pick two. I would pick my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Custard because this works whether I'm light or whether I'm tan. And that's why I chose these two foundations also, because this works with me when I'm fair and this works when I'm a little bit more tan. So if I was in between, I could just mix the two of them. They mix beautifully together. So this would be definitely my concealer, and I love the consistency. I've talked about this multiple times in my channel. If I didn't know YouTube, or if I didn't start studying makeup, even though I knew a lot of the products that you would use because of the books that I had, I thought that you would always have to have a powder with color to do your entire face. That's what I used to do before liquid foundation, just use powder all over my face and I would retouch it. And since I wouldn't even contour or bronze or anything, then I could just retouch throughout the day and be just like and just have my face looking like an arepa. That's how flat it would look, and I didn't even like blush. So I know I would have a color powder to use on an everyday basis, even if I put powder and contour on top. And this one, I like it, and I know that it would have to be sort of a drugstore powder. So the CoverGirl Outlast All Day Powder, it's beautiful. I almost never use it, but that's because I use translucent powder every time I use foundation, and I always wear foundation. But since I have liquid foundations, I would use my Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is holy grail for me. I truly love it. It lasts a long while. You don't have to repurchase it super often, depending on how you use it, of course. But this doesn't give you flashback. It just looks beautiful on the skin. It diminishes your pores. So this is the perfect powder for me, and I'm oily on my T-zone, so this would keep me matte all day. Since I can remember, I contour my nose. Since I was little, I contour my nose. I've never really been in love with my nose, so I have to always contour it. Even if I do nothing on my face, I wouldn't go out without my nose being contoured. I know that I would buy this as soon as I discover it, and this is the Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder, and you can buy it in any shade, but I have mine on the shade light, and the only place where I use it is on my nose. This powder is super soft, it works beautifully on the skin. It just blends as if it was a shadow, and it doesn't look like a contour. So that would be a must-have for me, and I would use it every day for sure. Fun fact, when I was little, I would buy an eyeshadow. It's from a brand that is super cheap here in Colombia. It's called Nylen, and they had a warm brown eyeshadow, and I would use that to contour my nose, because I didn't do contour on my cheeks or anything, or bronze at all. I would just contour my nose in the worst way possible, and I would do my brows with that. So I would have reddish brows and a reddish contour on my nose. So there's hope for everyone, people. There's hope for everyone. For bronzer, I would have a cream bronzer for sure. And the truth is that the one that I would have is my Chanel bronzer, the cream one. The Universal Chanel Le Soleil or Teint de Soleil bronzer. This is the one that I'm gonna show you, and this is really good, but I prefer the Chanel one. This is the Milk Makeup bronzer in the shade Baked. It's something that maybe if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I would buy, because of the amount of product that it comes in it, because this is insane, and I've used this a ton and it's still going strong. But this is an amazing product nevertheless, and it's half the price of the Chanel one, and I think it comes with more product than the Chanel one. For bronzer, for an everyday bronzer, for contour and everything, I would use my Hoola bronzer by Benefit. And this bronzer, I love the undertone. It's not super cool or super warm, it's definitely neutral. I prefer a matte finish, so this is the perfect bronzer for that. I love the packaging, and I would be so into packaging. I know it for sure. The Hoola bronzer by Benefit looks fresh, looks summery, and looks just beautiful and girly, and that would be definitely the type of packaging that I would choose. I've seen my best friend's makeup collection or makeup bag, and they're super tiny, and one thing they all have in common is that they have one blush. I wouldn't be able to do that. Blushes is one of my favorite products of all time. Blush is the product that I have the most of in my collection. I would for sure have a few blushes, and the thing that I'm sure about is that when they came up with holiday palettes and stuff, that's when I would get my blushes for the year. So I'm gonna show you a palette that I would have, and then two blushes that I know I would buy extra when I would travel or whatever, because I'm into blush that much. The Blush with Light Blush Trio palette by Becca. And Becca makes one of the best blushes in my opinion. The reason why I would get this palette is because it has a reddish blush, warm tone blush, and then a pink blush, and they're all matte. And then on the side I would have Luster or Orgasm, one of the two. I love them both. And then I would have a nude blush, and that would be either Matte Lip from NARS or this one, which is the Chanel Golden Sun. This is a stunning blush. But this is one of the best products that I've ever used. The blendability of Chanel blushes, the way they apply to the skin, the scent, everything feels and looks expensive, and the way they melt into the skin is like nothing else. And of course, in my makeup bag, I would only carry one, and that would be either Luster or Golden Sun. For highlighters, I would for sure pick my Opal by Becca. This is my favorite highlighter. You guys can see it right there. The reason why I haven't finished this highlighter is because I have so many, but I'm sure that if this was my only highlighter, it would be repurchased by now. I truly love this. And then, since I'm loving this product right now, is the one that I have on my shoulders and on my face, and I would have something affordable for every day, I would get this one from ColourPop. And this is Electric Slide Super Shock Cheek, and it's more of a creamy consistency. And this would be my everyday highlighter. I would just grab it with my fingers and put it on top of anything, and it blends super easy. This would be for the weekends or special events or just dates out. For eyebrows, I would have just these two products, the Brow Wiz in the shade Dark Brown. One of my favorite products because it's so skinny and it works so beautiful with my brows, and it's super easy to apply. And then I would want something to just keep my brows in place, but I know that I wouldn't even spend that much money on that. So I would have the Essence Make Me Brow. This shade is just too light for me, but I would have the darker shade that they have. To finish my face, I don't see my life without buffing. I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for buffing. I wouldn't get clients if it wasn't for buffing. I'm just joking, but buffing changed my life. So I can't picture my makeup life without buffing. And Radiant Light would definitely be the powder that I would be getting to use every day. It's something that I can't do my makeup without. This is from Hourglass, and it's a powder that mimics light, and it just makes your makeup look more blended and seamless, and it makes it look like the makeup that you apply is part of your skin and is not on top of your skin. And I wouldn't be bothered by the price because I know it's super expensive, but it's something that, yeah, if I use it every day on myself, I could get about 1.5 years in use just on this product, using it every day. For eyeshadow, I was thinking, what would I want if I wasn't even a makeup artist or a YouTuber, and I'm still an image consultant. So I have to be presentable and professional and looking put together, fashionable always. My job is still creative. So I would have to have 2 palettes, one that's for every day and then one that has more colors and it's more creative. So I chose first the Soft Glam because this has everything I would want for an everyday look, and it has the shimmery shades that are buttery and beautiful for the weekends, for everything. It's just a beautiful palette, a lot of transition shades, a lot of daily use out of this palette I would get. Then it has a black, a darker brown, so I wouldn't need to add my Naked Basics or anything. It's just, it has all that I need right here. And then for the colorful looks and then just the pops of color, I would get something that's not like the electric palette because I would never use that, but I would get something like the Lemonade palette by Kristen Dominique. Because I would do wearable looks, I would have this to set my entire lid. I would use both of them, of course, and I would have also transition shades but pops of color. And I could even use this as another highlighter, so that would be amazing. To set my face as a Fix Plus or just to make my eyeshadows look stronger, I would have the Wet n Wild setting spray. This is $5 and I truly don't need Urban Decay All Nighter, even though I love that because I don't wear that every day. And sometimes I use Fix Plus just for my eyeshadows. That's the only reason why I have Fix Plus. Or sometimes when my makeup is looking powdery, I apply that just to melt my makeup into my skin. This is something that I would use sparingly because I truly don't use my sprays every day. And I would want something affordable, and this is $5. My Inklet eyeliner is the Blackest Black gel eyeliner, and I would use that for weekends to do cat eyes or for daily cat eyes and red lips or whatever. But the black eyeliner that I would buy for sure is the Marc Jacobs highliner in the shade Blacker, and that would be an everyday thing because I used to do wing every day, so that's why I would need my Inklet 77. But the truth is that I'm not the kind of person that will wear colorful eyeliners or nude eyeliners on an everyday basis. I would maybe want to buy them, but it wouldn't be realistic for me to have those in my collection. I wear black eyeliner every day. If I had to add 2, it would be a nude and a brown, a warm brown. I don't feel like I'm missing out on other colors. So my Marc Jacobs Blacker eyeliner would be the one for me. If I wanted to add a pop of something on my eyes, I would get the Stila Glitter and Glow. And the shades that I would get for sure, it would be Kitten Karma, which I'm running low on. I think this is gonna die this week, I think. And I would get Bronze Belle, more of an orangey with silver glitter, and this has more of a gold glitter and it's warmer and more natural. Just to do those pops of color or just like an inner corner highlighter with glitter, this would be my go-to. For lips, I would have a few lips, and I think that's the only thing that I see my friends having a few of because people want to switch it up when it comes to the lips. I would only have one lip liner. I know this was discontinued, but maybe you can find a dupe in the new range that they came up with. But this is the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip in the shade 3C. And this is just the perfect color for an everyday lip. And even if I want to line my lips when I'm gonna apply a red, it would be this color that I would put underneath. 3 nude lipsticks, and they would be all by MAC, Yash. And you can see right here that I truly love it because that's all I have left, and it's that color right there. The second one would be Peach Stock, which is a paler color, and it's also from MAC, one of my favorites. And the third one would be Honey Love, which is also a favorite. I'm also running low on that one, and it's more of a pinky nude. It looks similar to Yash, but Yash is a warmer type of tone. It's just the camera, I don't know why it's picking it up that way, but they're different. For sure, on the lips, they're really different. I would have an orangey red lip for sure, and this would be the Red by Kathleen Lights and Colourpop, the Ultra Satin Lip. That's a beautiful color, and that's my favorite type of red, to be honest. And then for a Christmas red or just Marilyn Monroe red, I would have the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in the shade Bang Bang, and this is a true flag red. Of course, for my purse, I would have my Dior lip gloss, and I would have my Givenchy Le Rouge Perfecto. But this is something that I wear every day, and you can see it right there. It's just something of a glow, but it's mostly like nothing on your lips. This would be the way to go for me. That's all I have left, and I bought this recently. Okay guys, so that's everything for my makeup collection if I didn't have a YouTube channel. I know it looks like a ton, but this fits in 1 drawer or 2 drawers on a vanity desk, or just on your bathroom in a little tub like this one when you want to do your makeup. So it's not really that much makeup, and realistically, if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I wouldn't buy everything right away. I would buy it month to month, and I would get 1 palette, and then the next year I would get another one. You know how it goes when you are a makeup wearer but you're not a makeup hoarder or a makeup collector. I wouldn't get those things in 1 purchase at Sephora. So just keep that in mind before you judge me. I know you guys are not judgy because I love my subscribers, they're amazing. Okay guys, so that was everything for my video. Let me know in the comments below what you want to see next on my channel. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I always take requests, so always let me know whether you want to see something fashion, something lifestyle, or something makeup. And please let me know what you would add or what you would have on a makeup bag if you were a makeup collector or a makeup hoarder, because that would be your holy grail items, and I truly want to know what they are to see if I'm missing out on something and I need to add it into my kit or my collection. Also, I forgot to mention mascara, but the Voluminous Carbon Black would be my go-to mascara for sure, and I would get it in the waterproof version. So that's it guys, I wouldn't wear lashes or anything. Let me know what you thought about this video, and if you do this video on your channel, please also let me know in the comments below. I would love to check that out. I love this type of video, so thank you to Kelly Gooch for doing that and giving me the idea. I'm gonna leave her channel linked below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.